So the only thing that's wrong with you is that you're running a shitty program. So I've got great news for you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Stop believing that, stop thinking that, stop identifying with that, because it's simply not true. I know you might feel super stuck in life right now. I know you might feel super unhappy. Maybe you even feel depressed. I know life can be really tough sometimes, but telling yourself that there's something wrong with you just because of the way you feel is not the answer. Let me tell you where it's actually coming from. Most of the things that you think are wrong with you aren't actually yours. Shocker, right? You just pick those things up along the way. What the heck do I mean when I say all of this? Well, just hear me out for a minute. Imagine that when you were a baby, just think about what did you do all the time as a baby except for, sleeping and eating and maybe, drinking. The one thing that you did all throughout your life, especially as a child, was observing your environment. Whether that was your parents or your caretakers or just, basically everything that was inside of your environment. You were watching it and you were absorbing it like a sponge. So let's say growing up, your parents were depressed or suffered from eating disorders. The lists are very long. Like pick whatever, happened in your case. You were observing them acting out that behavior. And what you did as a child, especially when you were really young, because you didn't know any better. And that's just because children learn by seeing, by observing, by watching them do something. You literally watch them act in a certain way. Let's say, for example, me, I watched my mom having eating disorders growing up. I wasn't conscious of it, but what happened later in life, I developed eating disorders. I wasn't as bad, but my sister was really bad. And all our life we were wondering what's wrong with us? Where did we get this from? And a part of the answer is that we were just observing. We were growing up with a mother who showed us that behavior. So by showing us that, we made it our own. Obviously there was no intention on my mother's side to do that, to have that kind of effect on us. But that doesn't change the fact that, monkey see, monkey do. We literally just saw her behavior and made it our own. We started identifying with whatever my mom or my dad identified with, and we made it our own. We all do that, whether you're conscious of it or not. And then, years down the line, when you're a lot older, all of a sudden you wonder whoa, what's wrong with me? But that's the thing, there is nothing wrong with you. 50% of that unhealthy, toxic behavior that you're showing these days is due to your environment, because that environment gave you that information. Information as in, whatever you saw, whatever you heard, whatever you observed, whatever you read, and that information programmed you, that information coded you. So the only thing that's wrong with you is that you're running a shitty program. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that anymore. This is your sign that you can put your parents or whoever it was that raised you, you can put all their baggage down because it's not originally yours. I'm not saying you were never meant to carry any of this. Whatever you carried for a reason. I'm just here to tell you, you can finally stop doing that. And you can finally start living your life the way that you want. And it's not just family programming. It goes so much deeper, How deep it actually goes, I'll talk about in one of my next videos. But this is your sign. You can finally free yourself from all these unhealthy behaviors. Because let's be real, because of what I've just explained, you started making other people's choices your choices. You started making other people's habits your habits. You started making decisions based on other people's programs. But that's not you. That's just some watered down version of your parents or grandparents or whatever you saw on TV or whatever you see on the news. It goes really, really deep. That's why it's so important for you to hear all these things and to realize all these things. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you, again, the only thing that's wrong with you is that you're running a shitty program on your system. And once you've heard these words, if you keep running those shitty programs, that's on you. But I'm here to tell you, you can absolutely change. You can absolutely live the life of your dreams. You can absolutely become the best version of yourself, whatever that means. My point is, you can finally be you. You can finally embrace this gift that life has given you. If you want to know more about how exactly to go about all of this, how to like figure it out, how to really like put all of that baggage down, how to reprogram yourself, hit that subscribe button, because that's what my channel is all about. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you can take something away from this video. I really hope it inspires you to start your transformational journey. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll hang out again next time.